Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to my photo editing live stream that I normally do on Thursdays about this time, and it's a chance for you to send your images in for me to edit and maybe critique, but also I put my image out there for you guys to edit, one of mine that I was kind of struggling with sometimes, and it's always great to see what you guys do with it. And it's good to see everyone here. John Truman, John Yutze, Dave Nelson, good to see you. Oh, hey David. Watching bird photography in Germany. Must be a live stream. I was so disappointed you're not going to make it tonight to the Meadowlark Gardens, but I'm definitely going to be there. Um, and Druid's here. Good morning. Yes, I saw your image. You submitted that like right after the last stream, which is good. And Plato's here. Awesome. Um, let me see what else is going on. Andrew Galloway. Awesome. I see your pictures here too. And Garrett, good to see you from the Netherlands. Matt, awesome. Okay. Jose, thank you so much for your support. I believe that was you. It's someone with your first name anyway sent in a nice little, bought me some coffee anyway. So I appreciate that. Um, and let's see. And Randy, oh my goodness, Randy. First one in, actually, right? Yeah, I did see your pictures with the birds. Using Flash, and that's awesome. I've been doing that on and off with birds. It really makes a difference, you know. You get a little catch light in their eyes sometimes, especially on cloudy days. Using Flash is really helps a lot with bird photography. And if it's a little bit dark, you can use the flash to freeze action, like for hummingbirds and things too. You can freeze their wings. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get started with the photos because there's a lot here. It looks like about 20 images. Um, your schedule gets messed up. Oh, sorry, Dave. Um, where is there's a button here. Cam right. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start here. One from John Burleson, and cute little baby. Let's see. We have a cord. We got a chair. I feel like, well, let me just do a quick auto correction. And I definitely want to crop this in. Let's do a 4x5 and see how that takes us. I definitely want to get closer. I'm just not sure exactly which way. So this is, I'm thinking maybe something like that so you can still tell it's a chair. And let me look at the EXIF data real quick. Oh, no EXIF data. So this must be, yeah, this is a JPEG, looks like. um, I don't know if much more needs to be done other than a slight crop. Maybe just a tiny bit of noise. I don't think I can do any of that yet. Tiny bit of sharpening. And we'll pull off. So let me make sure I'm not over sharpening here. Wait, wrong button. There we go. pull that up. I don't want the skin to get too blotchy. Yeah. And we'll smooth out the skin a little bit. I don't know what that does. Okay. It's a little soft. Right about there. I bet like a little bit of an angle would be kind of neat. Let me crop in again. Okay. Slight vignette. And I don't know if there's any colors that would, let me just see if I just desaturate a little bit, just to give it a little bit of an old school look. And then a little less saturation. Okay, I'm done. Let's go ahead and look at the before and after. So yeah, so I just add a little bit of an angle to add some kind of drama, I guess. Um, and desaturated and warmed it up a tiny bit just to kind of give it an old school look or Polaroid look. I mean, there's like probably a filter that would do better. This looks good. London Night. Oh, I like this. Yeah, I like that right there. Okay. That way we take away the emphasis on the chair itself, but it's still there. And just add a little bit of interesting color to it. Okay. Oh, thank you, John. Oh, you're here. Good to see you. All right, let's see. We have one here from Lauren. Oh, that's cool. Whoops. Let's look at this full screen. Pismo Beach. Oh, I like the scale right here. Nobody's standing by the scale. That would be kind of cool. But this lady here looks like she's barely 5 feet tall, like 4.5. But who knows? Lauren always has very punchy colors and a nice tight crop already. There's so little to do most of the time. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can emphasize the people in the front. So what I'm going to do is I like this sign over here, but everything's kind of out of focus there. So let me just do a silly preset that will maybe get me there a little faster. I should do sepia for Lauren, right? That's got kind of a cool look to it. What else we got? Um, ooh, emo looks pretty cool. So if we want to do color, I like this. Pretty straightforward, and then just a little bit of perspective correction maybe. Let's see if we can just do auto and crop auto. There we go, perfect. Oh, it's a new sign? Oh, that's cool. I like the old one over here though, on the far right corner. But I do like all the elements in here. It just feels like a beautiful day on the beach, you know, for a family to go out and enjoy. And all I'm doing here is adding a little nostalgia to it. Maybe a frame. Let's see. Oh, that's not very now it looks like a Polaroid. Nah, maybe this. Um, and the white frame. There we go. Now it feels like a picture you took back in the 70s, right? Let's do a quick comparison. So there's the before and after. Yeah, I just wanted to make it look like a photograph rather than a picture. And I know I messed up all the colors, but I think it looks pretty good. What did we use here? Nikon D3500 with the 50 millimeter. Yep. Dialed in a little positive exposure comp. All looks good. So here's my final edit. That's awesome. I mean, the only significant thing really compositionally is I just got rid of the blank space or the gap that was on the left side. And that's it. I mean, I guess if I had to fry, actually, I could frame this a little bit differently. Just come down here. Oh, but that would make it too tight. So we'll leave it as it is. Okay. Oh, actually, with the white framing, I can come down maybe a little bit tighter. Yeah, there we go. Now this left side is fully filled in. You know me, I don't like gaps. Yeah, so let's do a quick before and after now. So there's the final image. That really looks like a photograph from forever ago. Because this is very, very punchy. A little bit too, the colors are a little too strong for me here, especially the reds. So this muting a little bit, I think, is kind of nice. All right, Lauren, thanks. Good shot. Here's one from Sujana Rajab, another JPEG. Oh, no problem, Lauren. Thanks for sending it in. Okay, let's see. I have a little bit of foreground, midground, and oh, I like this tree right here. This is the tree, but there's houses behind it. But that's the tree I would try and get a shot of. And this one over here, this tree is kind of spindly looking. All right, let me just apply a quick auto correction. And I'm going to crop vertical because I don't like the sun here or this tree. Let me see where this takes us. Yeah, this is a little better. A little bit too much in the front. So I'm going to just take that out. I may have to change the aspect ratio, but just to give that tree a little breathing room. And there's a little bit of a tree hanging out up here, which I'm going to brush out. Oh, wow. What an awful job. Hold on. Let's get this up here. Why isn't that coming out? I think because of the feathering. Well, maybe not that little. Okay. I'll just crop out that little extra. Okay, I think that's a little better composition. And then as far as colors, maybe a little bit warmer. Let's try brown. Ooh. I don't want to get too artsy. I like it, but I don't want to get too artsy fartsy. Did that do anything at all? Yeah, yeah, there we go. That's perfect. And I don't think I can do anything with the highlights. Because it's a JPEG, right? So, let's export the application. I'm going to try a little sky replacement. I guess while we're waiting for Photoshop to load up, let's explore some colors or lack thereof. Nah, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, I like the warmer colors better. Oops. There we go. Is Photoshop up or not? It's still loading. Come on. The caterpillar. I didn't see a caterpillar. I wasn't looking that close. I'm trying to go through them a little faster today because there's so many. Open. Let's pick a nice warm sky. No, that's okay. How about something very warm? Ooh, no. How about a framing type? No, I think this one or this one. I like that. All right. Now, let's do just a hair cooler so it matches the scene a little bit better. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Just a little bit. Right there. Nope. Okay. File. Save as. Let's save this as a TIFF. I don't know if this will go back in the Photolab 4 as a TIFF, but we'll try. Say ed none. Hold on. I need to merge these. All right. As edit. Save, zip, none. Okay. Where did I say include layers? I did not. Well, whatever. All right. So if we go back to Photolab 4, yeah, there it is. All right, let me do a little bit of fixing here because this is a little bit dark. It's greens and yellows. Ooh, it's mostly yellow. Let's try and hit some of the greens. I'll pull this over. Perfect. All right. And let's add some contrast. And sharpness. We don't really need any sharpness. It's already pretty good. Just it needs to be just a little bit brighter, maybe push the shadows and midtones. Oh, hey, Michael. Yeah, the robtrek community is pretty awesome. You guys are really, really awesome photographers. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay. So that's the final image. I guess I have to go back to this is the original, but that's been cropped. So let's reset this. Show input file at Windows Explorer. That's the original. I'm going to use Faststone to compare since they're different files. That's the original on the left. And my edit on the right. So mainly it's the composition, just going over to the left side where everything's more interesting. And a sky replacement, right? And then warm it up. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, let's go back to me. Go to the library. Let's go to the next one here from Neo. Wow. This will sharpen up nicely with Photolab 4. So I'm just going to apply a preset first because it's already cropped and everything. So I'm just going to do a quick sharpness preset, go into the detail, crank this up, pull this back. And a little bit here, pulled some highlights. Let's work with the saturation. Look at this thing, it has like teeth. That's, man, that is sharp. What is this? The 60 macro, no wonder. Okay, let's give it a little more color. Vignette. And I think that's it. It's already cropped or framed really nicely. A little bit too tight. But if I come in on this side and just do a simple rule of thirds crop, and then let me export this, because you don't see all the benefits of the you won't see all the benefits of the Photolab until I export it, which is my only. Where's, there it is. God, I can't remember. Crop it more, just the face. Let me think about that. No, I think there's enough there. You'll be able to see the face, because I got, if I go full screen, well, let me export it first. We'll give that a second. Yeah, they're pretty scary close up, right? But yeah, that face, man. All right, that exported. So let's go back to DXO, or I'm sorry, Faststone. And then we'll compare that against the, did it export or not? That's the original. I did export, right? Export to disk. Oh, it went to my frickin' there we go. I exported to my Instagram folder. Okay, now we're good. So there's the original. Whoops. Open with Faststone. Come on. And where's the, there's the, so there's the before and after, right? Raw image on the left, which is, the JPEG embedded file. But if I creep in, look at what an amazing job that Photolab 4 does with the details. It's pretty amazing. God, look at that thing. It's creepy. But yeah, basically just add a little contrast and saturation, then let DXO sharpen it for me, and we're done. All right, let's go to the next one. Where's my, there we go. Yeah, the detail's crazy, right? I mean, you're starting with a crazy sharp lens to begin with. And then, like I said, this is why I actually bought Photolab 4, because it's just, I just can't get over what it can do. Yeah, it's an Olympus lens, the 60 macro. Sometimes too much detail isn't a good thing. That's true. Like, you wouldn't want to do it, particularly on portraits, right? But for that shot, I think insects, detail is good. I mean, you don't want to over sharpen if that's where you're going. Over sharpening is bad. I may have over sharpened a tad, but I do that because we're on YouTube, and I have to exaggerate a little bit some of the edits just so they really show in the stream. All right, we have here, I didn't, whoops, wrong button. This is from Raho, okay. Landscape, 14 to 150 kit, EM5 Mark II, yep, looking good. All good settings. So I'm going to just do my auto preset. Just add some sharpness in. And maybe a little more. Pull off some on the bokeh. Okay. I'm just going to explore a little bit here. Black and white, color. I'm going to go black and white. And then, let me see if I can get the clouds in a little bit more dramatic. Let's pull some of the cyans in. Maybe the blues. Okay. All right. Compositionally, it's not working for me the way it is. And the auto got it wrong. Interesting. That just looks crooked to me. That looks straight. So yeah, I mean, we had the basic idea. Sorry about that. Hold on. I'm getting some computer glitches here. Let me close off some windows. Maybe that'll help. All right. I lost my... We're working on this one. Dang it. I'm not sure where the problem is. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Let me try and fix this. Let me close this down. Let me try restarting this. Something about that image messed up the... It looked like it messed up the graphic driver somehow. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do that. All right, we're back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we are where? We kind of overdid it with something. So where I was going, I'm just trying to see the intent here, Raho. So we're just doing our classic, you know, depth type photo on a landscape, but there's there needs to be, we need to be able to arrange this somehow in a pleasing way. Because the most interesting thing actually are the structures in the background. The grass and everything is just kind of dull to me. Let me throw some contrast back in. And let's play with the highlights and shadows a bit. Oh, this is what I did. I kind of went too strong on the cyans. All right. Let me see if I bring a little color back in. Okay. But compositionally, I'm not sure what to do. Certainly less cloud. Maybe this batch of trees, a little less grass. I bring the color. Yeah, 16 by 9. I don't know, Andrew. I like the grass right here now. Now that we can kind of see it, right? But I don't want to crop in too much. I think a 16 by 9 would just be too narrow, but I'll eyeball it real quick. But I think that would be, yeah, that's just a bit too narrow, even if I pull it back a little. Yeah, I like the original 4x3. I'm going to come in a little tighter. So I really like the grass right here. I want that to be very dominant in the frame. It's funny, when it was on a wide, when I had the full image, I didn't like the grass at all. But now I see, I think, what you were saying, Raho, with the grass. I think that'll do it right there. Other than some color adjustments, I'm still a little bit torn on the, maybe, let's go with, what was a good landscape film? This Ektar 100. And the Pro is pretty good too. But I think I like the Kodak. Let me look at ACFA. Nah, I like the Kodak Ektar best. And then white frame it, actually. I need to fix the composition a little bit. All right, I think I'll go with that. So we can do a before and after. So there's the before and after. So when I enlarge it to full screen, you'll see, but I do like the grass in the front. I just had to kind of crop out this little brown area here. I should have done a little bit more, but let's look at the full screen. Lauren says sepia. But yeah, you see where the grass, you focused in a little bit too close. Well, because the background's just a hair blurry. This is a scene that probably needs like an F11 or something. Let me see what your EXIF was. f5.6. So I would have done like an f11 here so that everything is in focus from front to back. But other than that, it looks good. All right. Yeah, I like how that turned out. Oh, thanks, Rahul. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, kind of a 1960s feel, right? Um, but yeah, this came out pretty nice. All right. Let's see what this is. Sorry, I forgot to see who. My mouse precision's a little bit off today. I didn't do my stretches yet. All right. Jose Alberto Martin Ortega, looks like. Okay. Nice long exposure. Wow, you got that in 0.4 seconds. F22, yeah, makes sense. You could have probably gone down to, with the EM10 Mark II, you could do ISO low. And that would have gave you maybe another full second. Not another, but a full second exposure instead of 0.4. But then the question is, can you hand hold something like that, right? But okay. Let's do just a quick preset here. Yeah, my neck's good. I kind of messed it up yesterday with, God, I was helping my mom fix her riding mower. And turns out it was, well, it was a lot of things, but the main thing was it needed a new belt. So I was laying down on the ground with my neck all cricked. It's a little bit stiff today, but it's not aching. It's just muscle stiffness. But thanks for asking. All right. Yeah, Jose, you could have went to ISO low, and that would have gave you another little bit more longer shutter speed. See if I can just automatically fix this. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then let's crop in and get rid of this bright area and have the stream flow out to the top left to the bottom right. And I like the color of the rock, so I'm gonna accentuate that. Let's do this. We'll just warm it up a tad. I'll just do it with white balance. Say it's in the shade. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. And slight vignette. Let's punch up the highlights. Definitely some more contrast here. That's looking a little bit HDR-ish, but right about there. Okay. And still a bit bright up here. But I think that works. Maybe a little bit warmer than just shade. A little more magenta. Okay, I think I'm done. I mean, I don't like this grass on this right corner, but do a quick comparison. So there's the before on the left, the after on the right. So basically it's just contrast and saturation, warm it up, right? And then crop out this bright area up here, which is very distracting to the rocks and everything that are down here, which are the most interesting thing, I think. There's a, let's pull it up, full screen. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. Um, all right, Druid. Hopefully you're still here. I remember you're asking in the stream on Sunday, you were saying you're having trouble or you wanted to see how to edit sort of street scenes with people in it. And I'm not really a street photographer, but I always apply the same principles to any photo. I always look for some way to compose all the elements in the scene that are pleasing. Well, first I look to see what are the elements in the scene that make sense, right? And it looks like we have the shop guy on the left. He's preparing some meat, which would explain why this lady with her baby is not paying attention to what he's doing. She's kind of waiting for him. And then another shopper in the background. God, look at all those cucumbers and romaine lettuce and wow, some scallions, some eggplant. Man, making me hungry. Anyhow, uh, it's an image of a vegetable seller in a wet market in Siam, Cambodia. I asked her if I could take her picture, and she smiled and just stood and straight. And I looked. Yeah, that's awesome. This baby's ready to start feeding already. He's right in the perfect position, isn't he? All right, so yeah, so I look at the elements in the scene. I think that, the picture as it is fine for a street scene. And if you were doing sort of a documentary type photo, this would be perfectly fine as is, right? But what I would change, being me, um, I'm going to focus in on the main subject here, which is this young lady with her baby, or a baby, I should say, and forget about this guy. But I like the fruits here. I want to keep some context of the shopping and the fruits, but we don't need this guy to do that. So let me just apply a quick preset. Yeah. Yeah, Michael's right. It's beautiful as it is. It really, as it is, it doesn't need anything as a normal street photo, but I'm going to edit this uh, just with those ideas of composition and in mind. Um, okay, so there we have that. And can I straighten this a little bit? Yeah, there we go. I don't know if we really want to add detail. I'm going to pull back some of that. We'll just add a little bit for now, though it's probably not necessary. And I'm going to crop this guy out. Maybe go vertical. I definitely want the fruits in the basket and the other shopper here. I like the soccer balls actually up here, but I don't like that roof. So maybe right here. Okay. And definitely going to go a little bit muted. So, hey, Arthur, how are you? I got your email, by the way. Thank you. I'm going to start reading that. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I did get your email. Let me just mute this down a little bit. I just want to give it an old school look at like I don't know, I'm kind of nostalgic today, right? We need a slight tilt. Okay. So I'm going to desaturate and vibrance at the same time. So there's certain colors I want to kind of show. Let's add a vignette just to get. Okay, let's work with some of these tones a little bit. Tiny bit there. It's a little too dark. All right. Let's try another negative film here. I like that. A good street. Let's try Portrait and VC. I like that one. Relia is a good portrait film. Nah, it's not really a portrait thing. How about just go full on Ektar landscape? Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I just been digging. Well, the extras are good too, but I'm gonna go Ektar again. I like this one the best. That gives me a nice vintage feel, and then just add a border. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm just in a let's add a border kind of mood. Maybe some grain. From the Ektar. Ektar has almost no grain, but okay. Yeah, I like this. Let's do a comparison. So there's the original on the left, which, like I said, for a street photo, you really don't need to do anything. I think you captured the scene perfectly because we have a lot of context of what's going on and where she is and the kind of life that she might be leading where she lives, right? Whereas the photo on the right, my edit is more just about her and less about where she is, and that context is a little bit lost. But I did want to give you another option, right? So there's my final version, just sort of a muted like photograph look. So this picture could easily have been taken. You know, the white balance, I don't know. It's a little bit too spot on, or a little bit. I think we can go a little bit colder on the white balance. Let me go back there. Just a tiny bit cooler. But anyway, like I said, this gives you another way to kind of approach a scene. So, and just make it about the person you're taking a picture of. Because now it's definitely about her, right? Versus the scene you had before was more about the place and her. She was just one element in the scene. Okay, let's do the next one. But thanks for sending that in. That was a great picture. John follows. Yeah, I agree, Dave. The original is awesome as is. It's like the perfect perfect street photo. Has some kind of farming equipment. What is this thing? It's got some gyroscopy thing up here. Some kind of pressure gauge. Man, this is some hardcore farming equipment. And it's almost like it's planted there. It's not like movable. It's like planted there. I don't even know what this thing is, but let's, I'm having the same issue here with the sky. It's just too, what did we use here? EM5 Mark III with the 8 to 25. So, yeah, pretty standard settings there. Yeah, like a pump, right, Andrew? I think you're right. It's some kind of pump. Because it's got all the pumping, you know, it looks like a pump. What else can you say about it? Let me just click some auto stuff real quick and kind of get it there. So there is some clouds and detail in the sky. They weren't totally blown out. I can pull those. Okay, now that's better. Some more drama in the sky. It's still blown out up here, but we can crop that out with just a tilt, I think. So we need to get this tower straight because it's crooked now. I mean, if I click auto, let me see if the auto almost never gets it right. Yeah. That's a bit too much. About 1 point right there. And then compositionally, let me just eyeball the tones here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get anything more out of the tones. So I think what I'll do is this is a raw image with the, oh, I don't have the, they haven't added this lens yet. I'm gonna just bring in a little more sharpness. Like so. I just want to give it a little more grit, and then I'm going to crank in some micro contrast. Okay. All right. Tough call here compositionally. We don't have, I mean, the pump is front and center. It's just this sky up here is a little bit, this one's gonna take me a little bit of work to get it to what I want. But I'm gonna pull a Marcel Van Cotham on this and do a little bit of light painting. Because the light is really strong up here. I got to be able to do something with that on the machinery. So let me darken this, vignette it, warm it up. Some more magenta. A little bit straighter. Okay. And let me try the auto brush. I'm not a huge fan of auto sometimes because it just misses things. But I want to bring some light in, or exaggerate the light right in here. It's weird, the light feels like it's almost coming in from behind, the way the shadows are. Because I have light on this side and light on the other. It's weird. That's when you get into soft light, it just gets weird. All right. I'll do that. Make it super warm. A little magenta. And let me feather this off a little bit. Yeah, this got weird. Okay. Hardcore steampunk. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, now we need a softer brush here. Um, I really need to use Photoshop to do this, but that's all right. We'll just... Let me turn this down. Pull this off a little bit. And let's add another one. Am I still the same? Yeah, I'm still on the same brush. I got to figure out the shortcut to just add a new brush. All right. I want some in here and here, but I want this to be all magenta. And let me shift it a little bit. Okay. Now this one, pull this down a little bit more. It's the right, yeah, it's the right one. Now I need to do something with the landscape itself. It needs a little bit of painting too. The landscape's a little bit risky to mess with. So I want a soft brush, low flow. And add some light here. a little bit here. All right. Do the same thing, warm it up a little bit. Pull it back. A little bigger. All right, I'm gonna call it right there. I need to fix this. This one is a little bit too yellow. Magenta. All right, I'm getting carried away, but okay. All right, let's fix the tones now. Maybe a little bit more in the midtones. No. Shadows. No. It's definitely the midtone channel. Maybe the blacks are too strong. I need something. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit too gritty. So let me pull it back in the shadows. Definitely more. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Maybe a little bit less. It really needs to be there and here. Dang it, I think I had it right the first time. So God, something is still not right. It's this brush. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll be here all day otherwise. Let's do a quick comparison. So there's the before and after. I just tried to add some drama because I could see the light obviously is coming in from up here. Like I could have probably done some light rays. That would have been, oh yeah, that would be perfect. We just need to add some light rays. Let's do that real quick. So I'll need another brush. Let's do that right in here. And I think if I do it with the clear, no, maybe with just contrast. All right, that's as close as I'm going to get to light rays for today. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so the picture on the left is just very dull and flat because of the clouds. And fortunately, we were able to recover most of the clouds. And then I just light painted to kind of accentuate where the light's actually coming from, which was a little confusing because I'm getting shadows in all different places on this. Like, I don't understand the shadow here. Like this, I should probably get rid of. That's probably what's throwing me off. I shouldn't have painted this one. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, that's a good point, Lauren. But I like it. I think Lauren has a point, though, about overpowering the main subject with the clouds. But I think clouds are just generally your eyes are used to discounting clouds because, you know, we see them every day, right? So even if you make the clouds a little more powerful psychologically or visually, they still don't have as much impact as amplifying other subjects in the scene. So I may have overdone it slightly, but like I said, this is a it's just for fun, but I like it. Okay. Um, I think the clouds help add to the drama of the light on the subject. Because you know the way this is now, yeah, I like the clouds more. It's just the white balance is slightly. I need to fix that. A little less magenta. A little bit cooler. Okay. That's a little better. Anyway, I could tweak this all day, but I think that's about 90% there. Right there. All right, another one from John. Let's see what we got here. Wow, another light painting candidate. I think compositionally, let me just hit some auto stuff real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back some of that off. Yeah, let's back this off a little bit, and let's give it a little bit more of an angle this way. Okay. And we'll punch the colors, warm it up slightly. Add a vignette. Pull the blacks in. Push the highlights a little bit. And the midtones. And yeah, lots of contrast in here. And pull. The greens need to be shifted. The greens and the yellows a little bit. Let's shift it here. Where? It's a good, all right, this is close. Not, not too much of the oranges, but just the greens. That's not making much difference. I haven't got a good handle on this particular tool, but oh, I gotta add saturation. Now let me try this. I'm gonna brush a little bit here. I want to get rid of this leaf and this leaf. Okay. All right, so I shouldn't have used an auto brush. I need to use a little brush, but just be a little more careful with it. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do there. Looking good. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay, that works. So just a slight crop and tilt. And it's okay to cut off some of the flowers bending out because really all the action's right here in the center anyway. And the rest is just kind of background in this case. But I just wanted to put all the focus right in the front and center area. And have it come into the scene a little bit more from the bottom left instead of straight over from the left side. But that's it. I think that's all I would do here. Right? Yeah. That looks pretty good. Okay. Um, And then I push the midtones and highlights a lot just to accentuate, you know, the highlights and and midtones. All right, because the light was a little bit flat in the original. All right, John Truman. What do we have here? I like this wall. And you got her footstep just right, I think. I just wish she was in the light itself, like walking into the light, because otherwise we just have a silhouette. And then compositionally, I know you don't have a lot of choice because you have to be fast, right, to capture these, and then you just compose later. Uh, let's let me just apply a quick auto preset. This might, yeah. Well, now we can see she's wearing shorts. Oh, you got sharper. I mean, you got focus right on her. That's pretty good. Um, so actually, there may be enough light on her now. We don't have to silhouette. But I still may want to silhouette. I kind of like this bag. So I'm going to back off. Let me back this off a little bit. And I'm gonna stay with a vertical crop, but let's go corner to corner. Um, so do I keep this arch in this super bright sky? I wish this side was darker. It's a little bit too bright. So I'm gonna grad filter that. Okay. Hmm. Go black and white. I'm having a hard time with the composition here. Nope. Nope. Now she's a little bit too big in the frame. I feel like that I like the arch up here too. I gotta close off this corner somehow. I'm not getting... I think that's it. All right, so let me just let me see if I can just do a little bit with the light. Ah, it's very subtle. I think I'll I think I'll go with this. I'm not getting the tones quite right up in this corner. But let's do it before and after. Maybe I'll see something else I can fix. So basically I swapped the colors, right? I made the outside cold back here, and then I made the inside more warm and sepia looking, right? And I think that makes for an interesting look. And of course this blaring wall had to go. And the question was, did silhouette it or not silhouette, right? Because I was able to recover the shadows clearly of her. You could see her short shorts and her legs, you know, nice and clear. But I think this shot, I think this is a shot that looks better silhouetted, uh, like this. Yeah. Maybe, maybe just a little bit of paint right here. Yeah, auto. Let's give it a little shadow boost. And darks. Nope. Maybe a highlight boost. Yeah. Right there. And on her shoulder. This needs another brush. Come on. Yeah. Right. Right here and here. Just to kind of match that shine on her leg. And then right there. I like to just push these. All right, I'm getting too much into it. All right, that works. I'd have liked a little more shine on her hair. Gosh, but I just couldn't brush it in right. I would have to use a different brush. A little sloppy down here, but that's okay. Let's just back off and look at it one more time. So there's the before and after. Like I said, the main problem with this composition was just this wall, in my opinion, here on the left. And everything else is fine. And then I just kind of reversed the colors, right? I swapped the colors. All right, let's go to the next one. It's nice. I think that looks good. Like I said, I would have to take some time to brush this properly on her. I really wanted to get a little more shine here and on her shoulder to match this leg sticking out, and a little bit on her hip. But other than that, I think, that looks good. Accentuating the bag. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Thanks, John. Yeah, I'll check out your black and white in the forum. I am curious what you did with it. All right, where are we at? We got, oh my gosh, so many more. All right. Let's see. Train tracks and silos and a car. Yeah, I think we just need to get in closer to the scene. So let me, uh-oh. What's wrong with the, somehow my Photolab is acting up today. I don't know why. I can't get, it's either Photolab or sometimes OBS screws with other programs. Let me see. Let me go here. Either that or it's this mouse. Sometimes the mouse. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm having technical difficulties today. Let me put a fresh battery in the mouse. Honestly, I think it's the graphics driver. I might need to update it. Because my keyboard's working, but my mouse has died. No, this works. Let me close it this way. it's not just Photolab, but a lot of my software has been crashing lately. I don't know what's, must have been a Windows update or something. All right, let's try again. All right, we're getting in here now. So I think I just need to be a little bit closer. Let me do this. And let's just work with this one track. Maybe a 4x5. Right there. And too much. Yeah, I just cut too much of the silo out because the silos are kind of interesting too. If I go this way, that's a little better. Framing the thing. I don't like this one track though, but that kind of works for me. All right. Now from here, I think just a simple black and white preset would be nice. Either that one. Yeah, searching group, Druid. That's where you want to look. I'm debating between this and this one. Oh, no, I think I like the sepia better. I'll just do vintage. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Lauren says the original framing was better. Really? Okay, I'll expand back out on the framing, but I didn't. I was not a fan of the original framing. It was just too much. And I'm just going to add. Add a little bit more in the sky. Okay. Oh, too much. Back that off a little bit. There we go. I think that's it. So let's do before and after. Then we can look at the original framing. the problem for me is, you know, the tracks are kind of cool, but everything else in the frame is just too small. And I don't like the trees on the right side. So that's why I cropped all of this out. I didn't like these trees. I didn't like these tracks right here. And then everything else was just too small. But at least on the right side, now we're focused in on everything. I think that makes the scene. So to me, this is a better framing. And then just the artsy fartsy stuff on top of it, right? The filter. But I think I like this framing. Okay. Yeah, because the lighting, let me see. Yeah, the lighting is super soft. So I could spend like 30 minutes light painting this, because this would be a good candidate for light painting too. But I'm not going to do that. We're going to take the photo just as it is, with the lighting the way it is, because that works too. Okay. Let's see. Andrew Galloway. I saw Andrew here earlier. Nice shot. Let me just click the auto button. I'm just not sure. Thank you, Dave. Let's see. Compositionally, I'm having a lot of issues here. I like this one thing, but it's a little bit too close to the left side. But let me see if I can fix the composition or make it something I like a little better. If I can fit, oh, I can almost fit everything in this way. Almost. I'd like a little more balance. Okay, that's not too bad. Let me just pull in some vignette real quick. I need the greens to be a little darker. The greens and the yellows. Are you gonna, there. Pull off that vignette a little bit. And Okay. I think that's it. Pull up this vignette again. Okay, there's no vignette. I think that's it. Oh, come on. I don't know why it's... I don't know why it's not letting me zoom out. Oh, it's because I cropped in so much. But there's a before and after. I feel like the let me do it this way. This is not bad as it is. There's probably another way to compose this, but it just got a little bit too dark on the right side. So I went to the left, and even on the left side, I had to brighten some things up. And then I just framed it this way so that I had this like nice bed of purple on the bottom, and then the top, you know, this single flower, so you can kind of focus in on some of the details. Uh, I don't know if I need to do anything else. Maybe just crank in a little more sharpness, and that's it. Um, yeah. So whenever I do pictures of flowers, I always like to isolate one or three flowers, like rule of odds. So in this case, I just isolated one because I couldn't get three really in a group. And then just made this bedding. So I think this works. This works for me a little better than the original one, which was this. This was a little bit too busy. But okay, I think that works. A nice single flower with a little bit of a bed here. So you do have the context that there are a lot more of these there. But you know, but we're still able to maintain sort of that focus on just one. Okay, let's go to the next one. One here from Serge. Wow, that is one heck of a monster tree. Man, what am I going to do with this? You're welcome, Andrew. Wow, I don't know what to do here other than to go super surreal with it. Let me just click the auto and see how that looks. Man, this is I like these leaves kind of coming in here and there. It's like an armpit over here, isn't it? With some hair, but instead of hair, it's leaves. And then this looks like a butt crack to me right here. Here are the legs and here's the butt. Oh, okay. I'm just seeing all kinds of things here in this tree. Ah, it's on a hill, man. This is driving me nuts. Um, yeah, these presets aren't going to do jack for it because they're just, the composition needs to be fixed first. Maybe go a little soft. Arno, hello. You have a question. Give me 1 second. Let me focus on this for a second. Let me darken this a little bit first. Ah, I'm not going to get this the way I want it. Okay, let me look at Arno's question real quick. Hi Rob, may I ask you something? Why is the crop factor of the camera PL7 greater than the M10 Mark II? 20 millimeter becomes 80, so 4x instead of 2x. Oh, you might have the digital teleconverter turned on. So check for that. The digital teleconverter. That would be why. If that's not it, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure that's all it is. Man, Serge, this is a hard one. There's a face up here. Look at this face. It's like a guy with a mustache up here. And then the arms. So, okay. Gosh. Uh, I, I am going to. Okay. I need to fix this grass. And these. I'd probably be better off with a automatic brush. Just doing this manually is gonna just. But I don't want to. I don't want any hard edges either, because then it looks fake. All right, let's see where this gets me. Yeah, that's better. Need a little bit less flow here. Okay, now let's erase a little bit softly. Well, that wasn't very soft. Come on. What did I do wrong? Flow, feather, flow. Okay, I need a bigger, softer brush. less flow. We'll just fix. It's weird, there's no roots sticking out of the ground. All right. Oh, it's no problem, Serge. These are tough. But I need to. Okay. There's nothing there. All right. That's that's a little better. Let's warm it up a little bit. And where's the light coming in? The light's coming in from behind it, really. Sort of behind and almost at the top, but more behind it. So let's see if we can just add a little bit of direction to the lighting. Ah, cut that way down. Do this. All right, one more brush. A little smaller. Okay. There's a little more push here. Oh, okay. That's Vignetting. Oh, what an awful edit. I'm sorry, Serge. Contrast. I think that's it. So let's do a before and after. I'm sorry. Uh, there's the before and after. I didn't see any way to crop this without taking away sort of the massiveness of this tree. Um, and the grass was just way too bright. I think that it's still a little bit too warm. Maybe cool it off a little bit with the white balance, and that would be it. But God, Lauren is killing me today. I am reading your your chat. I just haven't had the time to. I'm just so focused on this image that I'm struggling here. But okay, Serge, there you go. I mean, the main thing is just I'm trying to isolate the tree from everything else. So yeah, crushing the blacks and bringing the grass brightness down, then a tiny bit of light painting, which I didn't do a great job on, but just to bring out more of the texture and the massiveness of this tree. Um, that's it's really an interesting tree because I swear I see a face here. There's the two eyes, that's the nose, a mustache, and his mouth right here. And then here I see a butt crack. And then over here I see armpits. So it's like it's got everything in it. Okay. Um, what do we got left here? Oh man, I'm not sure I'm gonna make it. Um, oh, I did that one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 more. Wow, there's a rainbow here. I bet this will do. Let's see if we can get that rainbow to show up. Whoops, oops. Okay. And then let's crop out the leaves. Yeah, 3-minute timer, right? Ugh. Remember when I used to do that? But some people are complaining. You know, not in the chat section so much, but I got a couple of just well 2 emails, a couple literally that said you know, screw the timer. Just take your time and make it the way you want it. But then I end up with these long ass streams. Okay. Too much. Okay, right there. Just come off that a little bit. Maybe a little more. Okay, perfect. Okay, a little bit warmer. This one I'll be pretty quick because it's already really nice. Just a little bit warmer. Maybe not quite that warm. Tiny bit more magenta. And you know, instead of doing it that way, let's try that. Okay. Dang it. I overshot it. And a little bit there. All right. It's a little bit. Let's do it this way. So we got All right. Let's do one more thing. All right, I'm done. So there's the before and after. So the shot on the left, I guess, you shoot with what lens you have, but I would have cropped, obviously I cropped in a lot more. Let me see what you had. 12 to 100 Pro, you went to 34. So yeah, this is probably 100 millimeter zoom, right? And then contrast, warm it up, punch the colors a little bit, and then just a little bit of more highlights on the waves so they stand out more. But I think that looks good. So there's the final image without my big head in it. I can't quite get the horizon right, but I guess it's okay. But I think that looks good. Okay. Uh, let's do the next one from Matt. Okay, vertical. So what do we shoot with here? EM5 Mark III with a 14 to 150. Oh, that's my personal favorite kit. That's what I usually go out with. Let's do a vertical. Um, I like this line, but I mean, it's kind of neat. There's birds on almost every pole back here too, which I hate to miss out on that, but it's too hard to, it'd just be too hard to get it all in and still look all right because it's so hazy. Maybe, all right, there we go. Oh, I didn't apply my preset. Hold on. Let me do this. And this, and then crop again. Yeah, something. Should I do a 50-50 or a 2/3 split? Let's do 2/3. And go into the tones. Oh, the horizon. There, it's a tiny bit better. Silhouette the poles. Yeah, the crop is brutal. I'm not quite content with this crop either. What if I do? Yeah, that's a little better. Let me get that rock in there. Okay, I think I'll go with this. See if I can add a little bit of sepia. There. All set. So before and after. So yeah, I just cropped out some sky and ocean, right? Add a little sepia and we're done. Silhouette some, the rocks and stuff. This was just too much, and the square crop didn't work. But I think the 16 by 9 works a little better. So that's this will be my final answer. And now the bird is just front and center, right? All these birds. Now you can see all these birds standing on the poles and the fishing nets. I like that. Okay. I think that works. Um, Adrian Evans. Let's do a quick preset. I've seen this building before, I feel like. Let's do a perspective correction. And I think a preset will work on this. Yeah, let's do a preset. Um, that looks good. This is not bad. I'm a little torn here. Let me try this. No. All right. Something's not right. Okay, I think that's it. Um, So just basically a black and white conversion and add some contrast, and that's all it needs. Compositionally, it's a little bit too tight, and I would have liked to have been a little bit more in front of the steps so you could see the front door or whatever that leads to see what the dog is sort of guarding, or you know what I mean? The dog is sitting there. So the problem with this image is the dog is where the dog is and where you are relating. You know what I don't know how to explain it. I feel like we should be more in front of the steps so we can see what the dog is kind of guarding, or get behind the dog in some way and see what the dog is looking at. But I think going over to the left a little bit would have been better. And then a wide crop. But I just tried to bring out some of the brick detail. And, you know, with the contrast. So there's the final image. I mean, the way it was cropped as it is fine. I just got in a little bit tighter, and that's it. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, Adrian. Yeah, I know, right? The timer wasn't a bad idea. Okay, let's see. This is going to be another retro shot. So I'm going to please make lake edit of your photo. Image writer. Okay. Take please my lake edit of your photo. I have to see what you're talking. I'm not sure what you mean. Take please my lake edit. Anyway, I'm just going to crop in a little bit. Just get a little more focus on what's going on in the center. And then maybe a little bit more to the left. Give a little more breathing room on the left side because that's where they're going into. And we're going to apply one of my film stocks here. I've been kind of digging this Ektar lately. Where did it go? I want to do color negatives. Color negative and Ektar. No. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Just a tad warmer. And tad straightening. Whoops. Wrong button. Just a tad this way. That didn't warm up. Where's my... If I just do daylight, cloudy. There we go. Perfect. All right. So yeah, I just want kind of a vintage film stock look again, but I like it. And we'll do a quick before and after. Yeah, it just needs to be a little tighter, right? There's just too much sky and water and all the actions here in the center, so I just cropped it in, basically. And there you have it. So, voila. Now that looks like a family vacation photo. All right, what else we got? A boat. Like a police boat. Okay. Not much to crop, but I can crop a tiny bit and get rid of just this thing on the left, or maybe brush it out, because if I crop in, it's going to be too tight. So I think I'll just band-aid it out. And see what's going on over here. It's kind of a neat looking ship overall. So let's get rid of the sky. Come off the back a little bit. And work with the lighting. Contrast. Let's warm it up. I think cloudy's going to look stupid. Let me just look at it though. Yeah, back that off. And oops. Your new panty. Oh, okay. Let me look at the EXIF. Is this the 7 to 14 or what? Let me see. Oh, you're 12 to 32. Okay. Yeah, the little pancake lens. That's cool. All right. Hair bit of vignette. And little punch in the colors. Let's see how that's looking. Pretty straightforward edit. Not terribly exciting. All right, I'm going to call it there. So there's the before shot. Basically, it was just too much, right? Too much sky, too much water. This little thing in the bottom. Actually, I didn't need to brush that out because I cropped in anyway. And then I just warmed it up a little bit. And now you can see a little more drama in the sky. But this photo is just all about the boat, right? And seeing the fine details in the boat. And that's all we really have to worry about is make sure we capture those details. It's kind of like a product shot, right? Like you would have like information about what model boat this is or who makes it, what it's for. But okay. Oh, thanks, Dave. I'm trying. Critique only. Let's see, from Tuan. Okay, so this image here, the sky is beautiful, and you've sort of exposed for the sky, but I think at the sacrifice of the most interesting thing, and that's all these people on scooters, because we don't see this here in the US. I'm pretty sure this is not in the United States. Maybe it is. It could be. I could be wrong, but it's just interesting. There's all these scooters everywhere, and the way the light's hitting the helmets and things. So what I would do is probably um, I'm just going to do a quick 30-second edit. I would do a 16:9, come way down here, just on this part, maybe even a vertical. Let's do a 4:3 vertical. No, something more like this, and then yeah, something more like this to me makes sense. And a little straightening. So now you still have this beautiful sky, uh, but I think this is more interesting down here with all the little scooters and stuff driving around in this town. So it's okay to overexpose the sky a little bit and bring in more of the scene, the street scene, right? And then I can't help myself to edit things, but let's see. I would push the highlights here. Oh, I can't do any. Can't do any white balance stuff on JPEGs apparently. But yeah, something in here I think makes more sense than the original. So than the original composition, because in the original composition we got cars and stuff over here which are not that interesting. I think just right here, the cars driving into the sunset is a nice scene. Okay, I did that. All right, last one. Wow. I can't believe I made it. It's only taken me 3 hours, but we're there. Um, okay. I think this really, everything looks good. We just need a little bit of lighting correction. So let me just auto it real quick. And go black and white. Let's play with the tones. And what aspect ratio? Let's try 5:4. Just a little bit tighter crop. Because I didn't like that sky hanging off on the top left side. And then soft focus it. Right about there. I need something. All right. And let's cool it off. So, oh, that's not going to show. Dang it. do it with a tone curve then. Where's my tone curve? Must be here. Okay, right there. Let's do it before and after. Actually, the colors are kind of interesting here. I like this contrast of yellow and green against the blue. And even cropping on this left side. Let me revisit this. I mean, this is not too bad. Just a touch of the right side. There we go. A little bit more on the bottom. Because this tree on the right is not as interesting, even though it is helping to frame the scene. I think that works. So there's the before and after. Yeah, I think that works. You like the color? Well, it's easy enough. We can look at the color. I would just have to warm it back up. Back to, because I added a cooling filter on the other page. But yeah, the color looks good. I like this yellow right here, this little splash of yellow. And compositionally, I like this crop better. Less of this tree on the right and more of what's going on the left side. This is much more interesting. Okay. God, Lauren. You're killing me today. Let's go to the viewer edits. So, let's look at the original. This is the original image. I think this was at Grayson State Park. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that's where this is. And it's really hazy and cloudy, but there was still just enough sun coming in to make the light a little bit interesting. So I was just curious what you guys did, because this is your typical composition, right? You have foreground, midground, and background for some nice depth. But the way it was taken, just it's so flat. The image is just so flat to me. I didn't see, I didn't like it as it is. It definitely needed some editing. So I just want to see what you guys did. Oh, Image Writer. Did you submit one just recently? Let me take a look at Image Writer, see if there's something here. Dorian Mirando, is that you? Oh, no, this one. All right, yeah, there's a couple of more images came in. I'll have to get those next time, but let me download Image Writers. It is pretty slick. Actually, I don't have to download it. It'll come up. So Image Writer went hardcore dramatic tone here, but I like where I like how you left the light hitting down in here. I like this. The clouds are a little too dark, but I like this in the foreground. And the lighting here. But yeah, that's some hardcore dramatic tone. A little bit too dark in the clouds, but I like everything else. Okay. Let's go to let's go here. Dave Nelson, of course. Nice. That is awesome. That is very convincing. That is pretty convincing flames there, Dave. Good job. Man. So it's not flat anymore, this image. It's pretty powerful now. Pretty striking. All right. Let's see. This was from Ian. Okay. Yeah, good one, Dave. All right, Ian. This is kind of the opposite of dramatic tone, right? It's like you pulled the clarity back on the front to try to make it softer, and then you brought the background in. So you're kind of doing opposite. I love what you did with the clouds and the midground, but the foreground is a little bit too not soft is not the right word. It's a little bit too muddy. But everything else looks good. It looks like you used a grad filter, like it just went up to about here. Because up here is nice and crisp. Everything up here is crisp. So everything looks good. I would just tone down the clarity a little bit, like, or whatever it was you used to make this kind. It's a little bit muddy, but I like how there's a good separation here of these evergreens and these other trees. I do like this part right in here. But over here, we need to tone down the clarity or something. But right here, it actually looks pretty good. Okay. Here's one from Matt. Nice black and white conversion. A little too dark in the front for me, but I guess that sort of frames everything into the background. Looks good. Wow, I bet this is Serge. Serge or one other person likes to do these kind of crazy edits. But this is sort of like soft focus and dramatic tone mixed together, right? And it makes for a very dramatic image. Let's see, this was John Burlinson. Oh, this is the first time I think I've seen one from you. Interesting. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And the sort of the pink sepia sort of tones. All right, what's this? Wow. So we're going for a moonlight. So this is a little bit of a composite, right? So it looks like you put in a moon here. Yeah, it's fairly convincing. It needs to be a little darker, but other than that, I think it's pretty convincing. Just like this part is perfect right here, the foreground. But right in here, I think if this were a little darker, it'd be a little more convincing that this is in the moonlight. But that's pretty slick. Oh, Rahu, good job, Rahu. Oh, I like this. Nice, muted. I don't know why I've been into these muted colors lately. But this looks good. It's pretty straightforward. A little bit of a crop. Kind of got rid of the right side because it's a little bit out of balance if you keep everything on the right. So you took a little bit of the right side off, it looks like. So that's a good crop. Oh, Raho again. Okay. Yeah, I like this one a little better. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, you're right, Dave. The moon was a little bit blown out, and then I think the mid ground needed to be a little bit darker. Oh wow, man, this is another one that's pretty hardcore. You guys are really going to town with these. Man, it transitions from green to blue a little bit too fast. It'd be nice if it just sort of transitioned a little bit smoother from green, like have strong greens here, transition to blue, and then the sky is fine. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see. This is from Lena. Okay, Lena. Good job. Just need a little smoother transition here, I think. I mean, it is all subjective. It's just what I would do a little bit differently with this edit, but it's good. Oh, wow. This might be my favorite so far. This is sort of an oil painting look. Really, I really like it. Oh, excuse me. My coffee wore off. I think this is my favorite. I love the tones and I love the oil painting look. If I had to guess, this would be DeMorkin. If I had to guess. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Joni. Wow. I forgot. Joni likes to do these kind of things too. All right, Joni, you're in the lead here, at least for me. I like this one the best. Let's see. All right, nice panel crop. And it's very soft. I think this would work. This overall processing would work if it wasn't for this tree right here. This tree is a little distracting. So if you brush this tree out, the rest of the tones would work. But that one tree in the middle there is just killing it. But other than that, I think it looks really good. I just brush this tree out like this. It's going to have a hard time finding a match. But anyway, you get the idea. Something along those lines without that tree in the middle. I think this will be perfect. John Truman, good job. Yeah, I really like the tones and everything. Composition, I would just brush that tree out a little better than I did there, but that's cool. Whoops. Where's John's? We were here, right? All right. Okay, nice clean edit. Slightly muted. I like it though. 16 by 9. Yeah, this works. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. I think the other crop, the processing is great. Everything looks really good. I would just crop a little bit off the right because this is throwing the whole image out of balance on the right for me. But yeah, everything else looks good. Nice clean edit. John follows. All right. And what do we got? We got some fake me out sunbeams here. They almost look more, instead of like trying to do God rays, it almost looks like you're trying to do like UFO rays coming down to steal our cows or to mutilate our cows. That's what it feels like. This is a cow mutilation beam. All right, let's see. I sent this one in. Other than that, the processing's fine. John follows again. No kidding. That's why it looks so familiar. Yeah, almost the exact same processing, just you added some cow mutilation beams in. Oh, this is an interesting crop. Yeah. So the problem with the framing for me was always this right side, but when you crop it this way, it works. Because you come in from this corner and it wraps around. Maybe a little less here in the foreground, but other than that, I think, because it looks like you're doing 2/3 landscape and 1/3 sky, give or take. Yeah, I like this crop though. You took like the part that I would crop out and cropped in on it. So you did the opposite of what I would do, and it still looks good. All right, Phil. Good job, Phil. Interesting. Yeah, this is a good crop, right, Plato? Like this is exactly the part I would crop out if I were doing it. So that's what's, it's always surprising what you guys do with my images. And why is this coming back? But this was John's cow mutilation beams. I must have downloaded twice or something. Okay, another night shot. See, this is a little more convincing. Yeah, nice work. This has got to be Marseille, right? I'm guessing. But yeah, all the colors and tones and everything are just about right. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcel Van Cotham. I don't know why I said Marseille. Marcel. My drugs are wearing off too, apparently. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Oh, okay. Really brought out the sky here. Yeah, good processing. You went for the detail, which is good. Slightly over sharpened here. You know, at this resolution. When you punch in, it looks fine. But backing off, you know, in 1080p, it looks a little bit over sharpened. But I know that's not really the case because of the, you know, the way things are being resized. But yeah, I like it. It's a good clean edit. Maybe a little warmer, but that's it. This was, oh, Marcel again. Okay, Marcel, good job. Oh, this is a good crop too. I like this. Good splash of light down here. Good splash of light on the clouds, and then all this mid-ground. Yeah, nice clean black and white edit. That works. Good job, Garrett. Yeah, if I would have done a portrait mode, like held the camera the right way and zoomed in more, we would have got a lot more detail out of this shot, and I think it would have been even more dramatic. But it's really good the way it is, considering what you had to work with to start, right? Pass them out. I don't share, man. All right. Oh, wow, another panel. This almost looks like a desert, like Randy did this. Man, it's like you wouldn't even know this was the same picture. Wow, interesting. See who did this. I think you're here. Oh, Serge. Okay, Serge. Wow, this is really different than what I usually see from you. Really different. Good processing though. You really brought out the contrast. You know, it's very punchy. Oh, I think that's it. So let's just double check. Yeah, that's all I got. Ah, moonscape. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And if we made it red, it would look like Mars. You know, if we gave it a red tint, I bet it would look like Mars. Oh, that's, I don't know my colors. Where's bright orange? There. Now it looks like Mars, right? But yeah, good job, everyone. I think I like the oil painting one Joni did, though. I love this textures and everything. I don't know why. I like this one, though. And I wouldn't even crop it. I think it looks good just the way it is. Whew, man, that was a tough one. Tough day, but I'm glad I got through it all. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Where's my full screen guy? There we go. Now you can see how red my eyes are. Oh, you can't see Jack. There we go. Awesome job today, everybody. Thanks for sending those in for me to edit, and thanks for editing mine. I got some new ideas from your edits. And we will I'll be back on Tuesday for the stream. I'm not going to be streaming on Sundays anymore because I started teaching classes. So Tuesday is the new day, but I'll always try and keep the editing stuff for Thursday. So I hope this time slot works for everybody. I mean, I can push it a little bit later or earlier. I don't know. What do you guys think? A little bit earlier, maybe an hour, or a little later, like much later, like 6 hours later. I don't know. But that would be really late for some of you guys, I know. But anyhow, you guys have a good weekend. Thanks for staying with me all this time, and we'll catch up with you next week. I will figure out how to end this. Where's the end button? Every time, right? There it is. Okay, now I can say have a good weekend. Thanks for joining me today.